Hello there, vinyl community and YouTube. Happy continuing of Christmas. I hope that each and every one of you had a real great Christmas with great food, with great presents, and with great company and all that kind of things. I hope also that you had great musical presents under your Christmas tree or wherever you have your Christmas gifts. I felt it was a good time to do this year's final vinyl and CD update, because within 4 days I hope to have the yearly summary of the year, my New Year celebration with the counting of the best findings of the year. So it was a good moment to do this. I haven't bought all that much in December, of course, mostly because the money was needed for Christmas presents. But I have bought some, found some also. Let's move on. This time it is full-length CDs and full-length vinyls and one vinyl single. Some Swedish music today. This is Swedish balladeer Olle Adolphson, and an EP that I found today actually, with some four songs, four ballads, poetry songs, with one by a Swedish composer, Evert Taube, among others. So suitable for summer, relaxing summer. Same goes with this, another Swedish balladeer that I like very much. This is called Anton. Sings a whole lot of Stockholm. Great music with great ballads, among others with the orchestra led by jazz pianist John Johansson. But this is a balladeer album, also very nice, songs that he had written himself. So this is a very early album from the 60s. At a regular thrift store, I don't find here in Stockholm, I don't find all that much of old soul, 70s soul and so, but I had the pleasure of finding this one. I was really surprised to finding. The Drifters, Love Games, continuing containing the big hits Kissing in the Back Row of the Movies, and this one is from 1975. I have the single Kissing in the Back Row of the Movies, and listen to Quick Peek, sounds very, very interesting. No inner sleeve here, but manage. I can manage anyway. Real interesting one. And I also found this, The Whispers. This one is actually from 1981. This Kind of Lovin'. Great funky soul. More soul. Is records, as you noticed, I take them in some kind of a random order. I take vinyl first and CDs last. Why not? We can make a change every now and then. Shalamar and Big Fun. I listened to this one. Really great album. This is from 1979. This is actually the first album with this famous trio. This is the first album where Howard Hewitt is in the band. Real great album. Real funky stuff. Maybe a little downside song would Take Me to the River, but still a nice one. Overall, a great soul album. More soul. The Brothers Johnson and Winners. far as I understand, this is not produced by Quincy Jones. Actually, it's produced by themselves. But on the hand, there is more or less half of Toto here among the musicians. So this is actually only my second Brothers Johnson's album. Hope to find more. Soul part is over. I found this one. Real happy. Depeche Mode special edition. This is an EP with remixes. Normally I don't buy remixes and something like that. I don't like remixes, but Depeche Mode and Pet Shop Boys, as I said, are bands that I enjoy mixes of. This is containing four tracks: Shake the Disease, Edit the Shake, a live version of Master and Servant, pre-deportation mix of Flexible, and metal mix of Something to Do from some great reward album. No, yes, some great reward album. Real interesting. Swedish band that I have wanted to have albums with very long time. I only have one album with this band. It's a Swedish girl group who did some new wave rockish style in Swedish. I like them very, very much. Tant Strul and their album Amazon. Sings in Swedish, but I really like it. I really like the singer Kajsa Grytt. Has a great voice and a real little dark but still very, very exciting Swedish rock music. I'm very happy to finally find another album with them. And a couple of vinyls that I found today. David Bowie, Station to Station, from 1976. Costed me only $5 actually. Sleeve is not a perfect shape, but actually real good. Vinyl though is in a great quality. So my David Bowie collection keeps growing, and I'm very happy about it. So this one is real good. You might wonder what I got in Christmas present, if I got any kind of musical related stuff in Christmas present. Yes, I did. Or should I say, I got money from my parents to buy this actually, but I picked it up today. So in Christmas present, I got this one, Deep Purple in Rock. This is a reissue from last year, 2016. In other words, the newest released vinyl that I actually have, even though the album itself, of course, is released in 1970, so I don't know what to count it as. It counts all that new, but also contains a download code. I don't know if I'm going to have a use for that, but real happy to find it, as Deep Purple is one of the few hard rock bands that I actually do like. So this one is going to be very, very interesting. CDs, Swedish rapper and Toaster. Not into rap all that much, but this is from 1990. It's more of Swedish dance music. I really like the Swedish dance music from the early 90s. Little in the same style almost like the British house era from the late 80s. This is Papa D and his debut, Letting Us Steam, from 1990. Listen to quick peeks of it, and it sounds real good, real funky. Real interesting. Not a huge Papa D fan, but this early album is really interesting. I actually bought myself a classical CD on a flea market that was held at an organization that I'm part of. Robert Schumann and Symphony Number 1 Spring and 4. and an overture. Uh, Normally I listen most to Baroque when it comes to classical, but I listened to this one yesterday actually, and it's really really relaxed and really great actually. So real great finding. Foreigner, the very best and beyond for Foreigner greatest hits album. I have this one as a cassette copy, but I wanted to have it in a real physical album version also. The soundtrack of the movie Bodyguard, Whitney Houston and so on, Lisa Stansfield, Soul System, Joe Cocker, and so on. So I think this one is actually a great one. So I Have Nothing, a great ballad. Might say that I Will Always Love You is a very very overplayed song, but I actually do like it, and I actually do like it more than Dolly Parton's original, because I think Dolly Parton's original is pretty horrible. I'm Every Woman, also a great one, even though Chaka Khan of course is almost better. But I think this one is a great one. Then I Can Bear Without Curtis Stigers. I Can Bear Without Joe Cocker. But still, it's a great soundtrack. Some jazz on CD I found. I was really happy about that. This is Jazz Hour with Jerry Mulligan and Art Farmer. News from Bluesport. This is recorded live in 1959. Jerry Mulligan and Art Farmer here with Bill Crow bass and Dave Bailey drums. And I found these two that I was really happy to find. This is actually Spoken Word Records. This is almost documentary. This is Take Me There, the story, Oasis. I think this is a book that I have made a CD with about Oasis and their early days, read by Mark Radcliffe. Real interesting. It's real great to find this as a big Beat fan as I am. And another spoken words CD with Oasis. Here we have Brothers from Childhood to Oasis, the real story. Another one of Gallagher brothers' early days, narrated by Paul Gallagher and Peggy Gallagher, based on the best-selling book by Paul Gallagher and Terry Christian. So this one is going to be very interesting to learn more about the formation of Oasis. Real, very, very interesting. So that was my December. So it has been a real great year, where might say almost that this year, if it comes to last year, where there is more or less rained records all over me, this year has been more about quality maybe instead of quantity. But still, real a whole lot of records have been bought this year. But the total summary of how it went this year going to be up with in the next 4 days. So as you can see here in the back here, it's pretty empty here in this shelf. Where have the records gone? Gone over there in my new shelf. I have moved the 70s records over there to my new shelf. So I have all this much place left for what I think will be jazz records, because the jazz records there. So most likely it will be jazz records there as well. So going to be very exciting 2018. So until next time, I hope that you have a real nice continuing of Christmas, Christmas week, and preparation for New Year's Eve and so on. So take care, everybody, and so long.